Hey, good morning, girls. Good to see you. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Yay. Welcome. Welcome to one more week. We're almost over. Today we will continue Unit 12. And but before we do that, let me ask you about the homework. Did you have a chance to do your homework from last week? Unit 12 vocabulary on the platform. Okay, good. Very nice. Good to see you, Sarinha. How nice. Super welcome. Good to see you, Jayani. Thank you so much. So, guys, today we are going to do Unit 12, page 78, language practice. So, it's the language focus of Unit 12. Okay. So, let's take a look there. Let's open it up. If you have your books, please open your books to page 78. All right. Here we go. Can you see that, guys? Let me share. Yeah. Can you see the page? Good. Okay. All right. Okay, people. So today we will talk about how to tell someone what somebody told you, okay? Or how to report, how to say, oh, listen, she said this, and that. Or, oh, he said this, and that. When do we usually tell someone what somebody said? When do we usually report something? Yeah, when we gossip. That's true. So when we make gossips, we usually tell other people what somebody said, and that's not a good thing to do, right? So, but there are other situations that we use when we say what somebody else said, okay? Not only when we gossip. When we gossip, yes, okay. But also, for example, journalists, when we watch the news report, we can see that sometimes they say what people said. They say what politicians said. They say what celebrity said. So they report what other people said. Okay. When we give the news or when we give some news, right? For example, oh, look, the president said that he's going to do this or that. Oh, listen, uh, the president of the United States said so and so. So usually when we give some news, we report. Okay. So let me just now, how can we use the language to report what somebody said? How can we use that more effectively? Okay, or in the correct way? So here we have some examples, right? Example, one person says, oh, the ticket is for $300,000. Remember the ticket the guy got for speeding? Yeah. So then when we report, we can say the article said that the ticket was for $300,000. Hmm. What changed here? First, we have to say the verb in the past. The article said. And then when we do that, we need to automatically change the verb. Instead of is, the verb becomes was. So from present to past. The next one, why is the fine so high? So when we report, we can say, oh, he asked her why the fine was so high. Here, this is optional, okay? We don't need to really say he asked her, but we can say This is optional. I'm going to put in parentheses. Okay, guys. We just need to say he asked why the fine was so high. So present becomes past. Next one. It isn't fair. It isn't fair. It isn't fair, guys, means não é justo. Okay? When something is not all right, when something is not okay, you don't think it's a good thing to do. You say, oh no, it isn't fair. Okay? So when we report, we say, she said that it wasn't fair. Okay? So here I'm changing from present to past. So that's the first rule we learn. Okay, that's easy. We just have to change from present to past. Good. And then I have to use a reporting verb, said or asked. Okay, so let's put here subject plus the verb said or the verb asked. Okay, we're going to put here plus the subject again from the other sentence. I'm going to put subject to plus the verb in the past. Okay, okay, that's good. Done. So the article said the ticket was. Okay, so that's one. This one, guys, happens when I'm using from present to past. Okay, so let me put here. So I'm going to put number one. Okay, now let's see the second one. The second one is in green. The sentence is not in the present, it's in the past. Example, somebody says, I saw a star on my vacation. I saw a star on my vacation. So here, when I report, I will say, he said that he had seen a star on his vacation. So I'm going to use the same verbs, said, or if I put a pronoun, I'm going to say told or asked. Okay, so a reporting verb in the past. And then what happens with the second part? I have to use the past perfect. So simple past becomes past perfect. Look at the second one. I haven't bought a paper in years. A paper is like a newspaper. So he told her that he hadn't bought a paper in years. So it happened the same. Present perfect becomes past perfect. So here, simple past, past perfect. Present perfect, past perfect again. Okay, so let's put here number two. The second situation, when I'm talking about what somebody said and the sentence is in the past, I'm going to use the subject plus a reporting verb, said or asked or told, plus the subject of the second sentence. And then what am I going to use now? Past perfect. Okay. Okay, good. All right, people. So here we have two situations. Sentences in the present. This is how we do, okay? Sentences in the past. This is how we do, okay? Now let's see the next one. Wow, here we have a sentence in the future. Hi, Nayara. Good morning, good to see you. So let's see, in the future, we say, I'll turn off the TV. I will turn off the TV. Contracted I'll turn off the TV. So reporting. She said she would turn off the TV. Oh, look what happened. Simple future became would. Will became would. Okay? All right. So here, let's see the third example. Let's put here number 3. So when the sentence is in the future, what do we do? Oh, right. So let's see. When the sentence is in the simple future, we use the subject plus the reporting verb, okay? Plus, as you can see here, guys, the word that is optional, okay? It's in parentheses because it's optional. Hi, guys. Hi, Nayarinha. Hi, Jonathan. It's good to see you. So after that, we use the subject, then we use the reporting verb, and then after the reporting verb, we have to use would. Okay, the subject, again, sorry, I forgot. Subject to plus would. Okay. All right. And then the verb plus infinitive. Okay. A verb in the infinitive form. Okay, guys, what are we talking about here for the ones who just arrived? No problem. That's okay, Jonathan. I'm glad you were here. So here we have 3 situations. The first one, let me put here. This one here, guys, number 1, I use for verbs that are, or sentences that are in the simple present, okay? So I'm going to put here so you understand. Simple present sentences, like here. The ticket is, why is, it isn't. So how do we report? This is how we report, okay? We use the subject, then a reporting verb, then the subject again, and then the simple past. This is situation number 1, okay? Good. Situation 2, now green. The verbs here are in the simple past. Actually, the first one, okay? The first one is in the simple past, the second one is in the present perfect, but they are talking about the past. Okay, so let's put there. I'm going to put here. Past situations. Okay, just to, when I'm reporting a sentence that was said in the past, what do I use? This is what I use. This is situation number 2. I put the subject, he or she. I use the reporting verb, said, and then I put the other subject and the past perfect. Okay? Now, situation 3 is the one in blue. It's when I use the simple future. If the sentence that the person said is in the future, we report using would. So here, we're going to put, okay, here with will. Okay, this is what happens when I use a sentence, when I report a sentence in the simple future. Okay, so I'm going to transform that sentence into a sentence using would. So this is how we go. But listen, there is one more. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 different colors. We have red, the red color. So what does it say here? What does it say? He can afford it. What is this? This is a modal verb. Okay, guys. So he can afford it means that, okay, he can pay for that. He can afford it. He can pay for that. So when I use a modal verb, then I have to say, if it's the verb can I'm using, it becomes could. Okay. So let's put here situation number 4. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Situation 4 is when I use the modal verb can. So how can I transform that into indirect speech? So let's put here, that's how we construct. We make it subject plus said, it's the reporting verb. Said, told, asked. Okay, I'm using said. Plus the subject again, subject to plus could. And then the verb in infinitive form. Okay. Let me just put here that the verb is infinitive. Just like here. Okay, guys, this inf means infinitive. All right, people. So this is just like a cake recipe. Here, number 4, we are talking about the use of the modal verb can. So when I report what somebody said using can, I need to change for could. Okay? So let's review the rules again. Rule number 1, a sentence in the simple present. Let me just highlight here for you to see. Okay. Subject, then said, then subject to, then simple past. Okay, guys. So let me just erase this one. Okay. So simple present becomes simple past. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, good. Now here, green, simple past. What happens in the simple past? If the sentence is in the past or simple past or present perfect, what happens? The sentence goes to past perfect. Past situations, they become past perfect when I report. Now, what happens if my sentence is in the future with will? Okay, so here, simple future with will. What happens? I have to put the verb would and then the verb infinitive. Okay, would turn off. So he said he would turn off. Okay, and what happens if I use the verb, the modal verb can? Oh, okay. If I use the modal verb can and I'm reporting a sentence with can, then I have to change the verb for could and then use a verb in the infinitive form. Okay, that's nice. So just to begin, we have 4 different situations. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so far so good. Why are we talking about it? Because we are talking about reported speech or when we say what somebody said. Okay, guys. All right. Okay. So let's save this. I would like to save all of these annotations because we might need them later. So I really recommend, if you can, take a picture because this will help you study for your test, okay? We have situation number 1, orange. Simple present becomes simple past. Situation number 2, green. Past, past perfect. Situation number 3, blue, future. Would plus infinitive. And situation number 4, can, becomes could plus infinitive. That's it. Hi, Nayara. Good to see you. Okay, guys, did you take a picture? Yes? Can I clear the annotations? Okay, good. Can I clear the annotations? Yes? Did you take a picture? All right, people. Can I clear? Hi, Amanda. Good to see you. Hey, good to see you. Okay, guys. So this is really important. Okay, guys. Please take a picture. Hi, Amanda. Good to see you. Take a picture before I clear this. So Amanda, we are talking about reported speech, okay? How we report what somebody said. How can we tell someone what somebody said? Okay, suppose my mother tells me, oh, Simone, please go to the supermarket. Okay, so what can I say? Suppose I tell you, my mother told me to go to the supermarket. Okay, so it's nice to take a picture so you know. I'll give you a minute to take a picture of this. Okay, guys, did you take a picture?
Yes.
Can I clear? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now let me clear all this here. So clearly in this introduction, we could see 4 situations, okay? Sentences in the present, sentences in the past, or talking about the past, sentences in the future, and with can or could. Modal verb can. Now, let me take a picture before we go. Oh, sorry. Let me take a picture here of the, all right, this is enough. Before we move on, okie dokie. Okay, guys. So while I save the picture, please, could you try and do the first activity here? Look, the first one, there is an example for you. I'm not interested in politics. Sentence is in the present. So when I report, I have to put in the simple past. So she said, okay, she wasn't interested in politics. The use of that is optional, okay? You don't need to use. So you can just say, oh, she said she wasn't interested in politics. Just change the verb to be to the past, from present to past. Now the next one here, okay? So you know the change, okay? It's the first situation. The second situation is the blue one, simple future. So how can we make it in the reported speech way? She told us, how can we make this one? Remember, we have to use the subject again. So she told us, she, and now will not becomes would not. Okay, so would not, okay, earn as much, okay, as a movie star. So here I'm going to put the verb would not because it's will not. Will not contracted becomes won't. okay? And would not, we can also contract. We can put this together, okay? And then you eliminate the vowel and put an apostrophe. So that's how it becomes wouldn't. So she told us she wouldn't earn as much as a movie star, okay? So this is the second part, but we don't change anything. We only change the verb. All right, people. So now try to do number 3 and number 4. Then we check. I'm just saving the picture here, okay, guys? So let's check the third one together. How can we make the third one? Look, here, I'm starring in a new movie soon. Present continuous. It's present. So how do we change that? He said, he, present becomes simple past. So he was what? Starring in a new movie soon. Okay. He said he was starring in a new movie soon. Very good. Present continuous, past continuous. Now the next one. I haven't read the article yet. This is a past situation. Okay? So what do I need to use? This is the green example. I told her, I can use that if I want. Okay, it's optional. Let's put it in parentheses so you know it's optional. I told her that I hadn't read the article yet. Okay, so present perfect becomes past perfect. Okay, so we backshift the verb. So I told her that I hadn't read the article yet. Okay, I told her that I hadn't read the article yet. Okay, so before we do the next one, let's watch a short video about reported speech, which is our topic today. Okay, so let's see that. Can I clear the annotations I made here? Yes, can I go? Okay. So let me just get the video here for you. The video has a lot of examples of reported speech. It's really nice. Okay, can you see the screen? Yes? All right, pay attention.
Hi, Peter.
Hi, Ivy.
I haven't seen you in a while. What have you been up to?
I was busy with my driving classes, and last week I had my driving exam. Guess what? I passed.
Congrats! I'm so happy for you.
Thanks. I'm getting my own car tomorrow. I'm really excited.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, I look forward to not having to ask my parents to give me rides everywhere. I will be able to drive my friends around too. It will help me with my independence big time.
That's for sure. Driving will give you a good start in life, and it opens a lot more doors.
You're right. I'm sure I'll have more job opportunities now. Actually, I've just applied for a part-time job.
Good luck then. I hope you get the job.
Thanks. How about you? Have you started practicing driving yet?
I got my permit 2 weeks ago, but I haven't been able to practice yet.
Well, I hope you get a chance to drive soon.
Hey, I'm having a birthday party next Friday. Do you want to come?
That sounds like fun. Is it at your house?
Yes.
I'll be there. Please let me know if I can help you with the party.
Okay, thanks. Best of luck and safe driving in your new car. Do you know who I bumped into yesterday?
Who?
Peter. I hadn't seen him for a while.
Oh, really? How is he doing?
It sounds like he's doing well. He said he'd been busy with his driving classes. He was very proud of passing his exam the previous week, and I congratulated him. I told him how happy I was for him.
That's nice. Does he have a car yet?
He said he was getting one today. He was really excited about that. He said he looked forward to not having to ask his parents to give him rides everywhere. He was excited about being able to drive his friends around too. He said it would help him with his independence big time. He also told me that he had just applied for a part-time job.
I think he needs to save money for college.
Yeah, he's really responsible. He wanted to know if I had started practicing driving.
Did you tell him that you were learning to drive?
Yes, I did. Then I invited him to come to my birthday party, and he promised to come. He offered to help me with the party.
That's so nice of him.
Before we parted, I wished him the best of luck and safe driving in his new car. Hello?
Hi, Ivy. This is Peter.
Hi, Peter. How are you?
Not so good. I'm calling to tell you that I won't be able to come to your birthday party. I had a car accident yesterday, and unfortunately, I broke my arm. I think I'll be laid up for a while.
Oh no, I'm really sorry to hear that. What happened?
At one intersection, I was turning left when another driver who ignored a stop sign hit me. It was a hard hit. My car overturned, my arm was crushed against the door, and the airbag bruised my face. My car was totaled. I'm disappointed about that. But I'm really happy to be alive. This is nothing short of a miracle.
Cars are replaceable, but you are not. I'm happy you're alive too.
Thanks. I just wanted to let you know that I won't be able to come to your birthday party.
It's okay, Peter. No worries. How long will you be staying in the hospital?
I'm not sure, but I think I'll have to stay for a few more days.
I hope you get better soon. I'll pay you a visit tomorrow. Is that okay?
Sure.
Are you okay, Ivy? You look worried.
Peter called last night and announced to me that he would not be able to come to my party.
Oh, that's too bad. Did he say why?
He said that he'd had a car accident the day before and that he'd broken his arm.
Oh no, that's terrible. How could this happen?
He explained that he'd been turning left at one intersection when another driver who had ignored the stop sign hit him. He said that his car had overturned and had been totaled.
This is really awful. He had just bought his car.
He admitted to being disappointed that his car was totaled, but he said he was really happy to be alive. He considered that to be nothing short of a miracle.
Even when he faces hardships, he always looks on the bright side of things.
That's right. He's a really positive person. I asked him how long he'd be staying in the hospital, but he was unsure. I promised to pay him a visit today.
I'll join you.
Okay, he'll be pleased to see you too.
Reported speech is the exact meaning of what someone said, but not their exact words. We use reporting verbs like say, tell, ask, admit, promise, explain, announce, invite, claim, etc.
I'm so happy for you. I told him how happy I was for him.
I'm getting my own car tomorrow.
He said he was getting his own car the next day.
I was turning left when a car hit me.
He explained that he had been turning left when a car hit him.
Have you started practicing driving?
He wanted to know if I had started practicing driving.
I had a car accident yesterday.
He said that he'd had a car accident the day before.
I won't be able to come to your birthday party.
He said he would not be able to come to my party. How long will you be staying in the hospital? I asked him how long he'd be staying in the hospital. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Okay, guys. Yes? So that was very nice, very simple, easy to understand. Okay? So now let's do some more exercises. Let's check it out here. Let's do number 2 now. So let's move down a little bit and let's see here. Look, complete the reported questions with who, what, or if, and then write the direct questions. Okay? So here, let me clear these drawings here. All right, so let's see the pronouns first. They asked her. I don't know why I highlighted these pronouns here, but anyway, just for you to know. Okay, guys, maybe I wanted to call the attention to the pronouns, but anyway, the first one, they asked her if she was married. So here the question, the direct question would be, are you married? So we are going backwards again. Simple past, simple present, okay? So he asked her newspapers she read. What newspapers she read. That's the best one, okay? So here you could put, what newspapers do you read? Because here the sentence is in the past, isn't it? So if it's in the past, it means I have to use the present in the direct sentence. So here I'm going to put, he asked her what newspapers she read. So let's go and do the direct speech. What newspapers do you read? That's the direct question. okay? As if we were listening into their conversation. So, what newspapers do you read? Suppose he asked her. And then I'm going to tell you now. Listen, he asked her what newspapers she read. Okay. Next one. As you can see here, all the sentences are about questions. That's why the reporting verb is asked. Okay. So here the next one. She asked him, okay, all right. So she asked him if he had ever met a celebrity. So what is a direct question here? Here it's the past perfect. So we have to use the present perfect, okay? And it's a question. So have you ever met, okay, a celebrity? So present perfect becomes past perfect, okay? Have you ever met a celebrity? So then she asked him if he had ever met a celebrity. Now, the next one. They asked her she would see this weekend. Which pronoun should I use? Yes, very good. Who? So they asked her who she would see this weekend. So as it's would, I have to use the sentence in the simple future, in direct speech, okay? So the question is, who will you see this weekend? Okay, that's right. So if somebody says, somebody asks me, for example, who will you see this weekend? So I can say, oh, they asked me who I would see this weekend. Okay? In this case here, they asked her who she would see this weekend. Okay? All right, people. So if you can take a picture or copy, just let me know when you're done. Okay? All right, people. So ask and answer questions from activity number 2 with a partner. Then tell the class what you learned about your answer. So let's see the example. I asked Mario if he was married. He told me he wasn't married now, but he was going to get married in the summer. Okay, so here I highlighted um, the first example here. The sentence was said in the present and the person put the sentence in the simple past. I asked Mario if he was married. He told me he wasn't married now, but he was going to get married in the summer. Okay, so it's the first one. Okay, guys, are you married? That's the first question. So if we ask our friends now, for example, what newspapers do you read? Do you guys read newspapers? Does anybody read newspapers? We don't read newspapers so often, right? Okay. But let's suppose you say you read O Globo, for example. So I will say, I asked Jayane what newspapers she read. And she told me she read O Globo. Okay? So I'm going to put this example here for question number 2. Okay? So let's put here. Number 2, I asked Jayane what newspapers or what newspaper she read. she told me she read O Globo. So all the sentence is in the simple past because I am reporting what Jayane told me, okay? So I asked Jayane what newspaper she read and she told me she read O Globo, okay? Let's go to number 3. Have you ever met a celebrity? That's the question. So has anybody here ever met a celebrity? So imagine you ask me this question, okay? You say, Simone, have you ever met a celebrity? Oh, yes, I have. So I'm going to put here number 3. So I'm going to put here, for example, imagine that Amanda asked me this question. So Amanda asked me if I have you ever becomes past perfect, if I had ever seen a celebrity. I told her I had, okay? Because my answer to Amanda was, oh yes, I have. So when Amanda asked me, Simone, have you ever met a celebrity? I said, oh yes, I have. So Amanda asked me if I had ever seen a celebrity. I told her I had, okay? And then if I want to give more information, I can say, which celebrity have you met? Oh, I met Neymar. That was in the last Olympics. I met Neymar. Yes, we talked for a while. So I'm going to put here, I told her I had met Neymar. Okay. So if I talk to Amanda, just me and Amanda talking, Amanda asks me, Simone, have you ever met a celebrity? Oh, yes, I have. I met Neymar in 2016, the last Olympic Games. And now I will tell you what happened. I will say, listen, guys, Amanda asked me if I had ever seen a celebrity. I told her I had. And I told her I had met Neymar. Okay. All right. So number 4, sorry. Who will you see this weekend? Who will you see this weekend? So imagine you want to know who I will see this weekend. Okay, or you want to know about maybe Sarinha. Who will Sarinha see this weekend? Okay, so let's put here number 4, and we asked Sarah who she, now I cannot say who she will see, but who she would see. We asked Sarah who she would see this weekend. She told us, because we are talking about all the class asking Sarah, oh, Sarah, who will you see this weekend? Okay, everybody asking her. And then she told us that she would see her best friend. Okay, she told us that she would see her best friend. Imagine we ask Sarah, Sarah, who will you see this weekend? And Sarah tells me, or everybody, oh, I will see my best friend. Okay. How can we report that? We are going to say, we asked Sarah who she would see this weekend. She told us that she would see her best friend. So guys, this is nothing more than just reporting, like gossip, as we say in English, when we tell somebody what someone told us, okay? So take a picture. These are the exercises from here, okay? The questions from number 2. So this is number 3, and this is number 4. I'm going to, yeah, I'll leave it here, no problem. Okay. All right, people, let me save this. Can I clear the annotations? Yes? So you see what happens when we use reporting verbs like told, asked, said, okay? We have to change the verb from the next sentence. We have to use reporting verbs, so we have to backshift, okay? All right, let me clear this. Can I clear the annotations? Yes? Good. Okay, guys, so just to help us practice a little bit, okay, we have this short pronunciation tip here, just for us to know how to speak these reported situations. So contrastive stress, take a look at this, guys. Notice the stress on words that are compared. For example, he told me he wasn't married now, but he was going to get married in the summer. Here we are comparing, we are contrasting now and in the summer, two different moments. So usually when we speak, we emphasize these words. So we say like this, oh, he told me he wasn't married now, but he was going to get married in the summer. Okay. The next one, she said she never reads the newspaper and that she prefers the radio. Okay. Now, number 3, he said he will do his homework before the movie, not after. Okay. And number 5, she told us that the tickets cost $35 each, not $45 each. So usually when we are contrasting ideas or situations, we emphasize the different elements, okay? This is only for you to practice. So make sure you use the platform to practice this. Listen to these sentences again and try to repeat them using the correct emphasis. All right, people. So we are done here, but now let me show you this page here, page 136. They will give us some extra practice just before we go, okay, really quickly. I posted something for you there on Google Classroom too about reported speech, okay? This is the last unit, so here we have the explanation, guys. Look, can you see the page? Yes, this is page 136. 136. Okay, look. Direct speech is the speaker's exact words. Reported speech is a restatement of the speaker's words. Okay? Example, if somebody says, I'm in Venezuela, she said. So here it's the direct speech. Now, reported. She said that she was in Venezuela. Second example. She said, I'm visiting my family. Direct speech. And as you can see, we use quotations, right, to represent or to simply reproduce what somebody said. Now reported. She said that she was visiting her family. So present simple becomes past simple. Now, when the reporting verb say, explain, or tell is in the past, it's common to change the verb tense in the that clause, in the second one here. This helps us to understand the order of events. So when I use the verbs, for example, say in the past, like this, then we change the order. So just like in the language focus I showed you, simple present becomes simple past. Look, I don't feel well, said John. John said he didn't feel well. Okay? Simple present becomes simple past when I report. Now, next example, I'll call tonight, Anna said. So, Anne said she would call. So, simple future becomes would plus infinitive. Will becomes would. Another example, I can't go, said Ben. So, Ben said he couldn't go. Can becomes could. And now, simple past. She left at 10, Tom said. So Tom said she had left at 10. Simple past becomes past perfect. Okay? So the verb tell here, there is an observation with the verb tell. The verb tell must be followed by an object, a noun, or a pronoun. The verb say is not followed by an object. So let's see some examples. The first one, she told me that she was a singer. So I need to use a pronoun after the verb told, actually tell. And here, the verb say, we don't use a pronoun after that. So we say, she said that she was a singer. Or I can also say, she said she was a singer without that. So when I use the verb tell, I must pay attention and remember that after that, I have to use a noun or a pronoun. So we use, when we report someone's question, guys, we use statement word order. So this is for questions. When the sentence we are reporting is a question, we should just change the position of the verb, okay, and put the sentence in a statement word order. What is that? When it's not a question, okay? So here, are you interested in politics? This is a question. So how do we report? He asked her if she was interested in politics. So when it's a yes, no question, I have to use if. And of course, simple present becomes simple past. But here, as you can see, it's not a question anymore. I'm just reporting. He asked her if she was interested in politics. Only that. Do you like hip hop? That's a question. How do we report? Oh, she asked me if I liked hip hop. Simple past. Where are you? Simple present. They asked her where she was. Okay. Here can be where I was. If they asked me, suppose changing the pronoun here. They asked me where I was. Then I would have to change here. They used the third person singular as an option, but here can be, okay? So, when did you start to write? It's a question. It's in the simple past. So here, when we report, we asked him when he had started to write. And what time are they coming back? Present continuous. So I asked you what time they were coming back. Past present continuous becomes past continuous. Okay. And I'm just marking here that when we report a question, we don't report in the question format. We can even use the same question pronoun, but we change the sequence of the sentence. It becomes a statement, not a question anymore. Okay, guys. So for homework, do this exercise here on page 136, okay? Let me take you to our page on Google Classroom. Let me go there. Just a second. All right, here we go. So what did we learn today, guys? Today we talked about reported speech, how we can tell someone what somebody said, okay? We saw statements and questions. And for homework, I'd like you to do online practice, unit 12, grammar 1, 2, and 3, and the student's book, page 136, which is the grammar reference from the book. Okay, guys, to help you out, I posted some extra files here about reported speech. So there is 1, 2, and 3. Here, there is also another explanation for you. And here, there is one worksheet for you to do. Okay, it's only a quiz. All right, people. So thank you very much for coming. Thank you so much, Jayane. Thank you, Nayara. Thank you, Amanda, Jonathan, Sara. Congratulations, guys. You're doing a great job. And I hope to see you again on Thursday so we can close this unit. Thursday, we are going to do the listening, and then very soon we will have the test, the final one. Okay, people. Thank you so much for coming. Really. Let me take a final. Oh, yeah, I was going to take a final picture, but no, I already have a picture, so we don't need. Thank you so much, guys. See you on Thursday. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye, Cheyenne. Bye, Amanda. Bye, Jonatas. Bye, Sarah. Thank you for coming, guys. See you. Take care.